Berserker rage blooms, like gladiators in a tireless fight, swinging archaic but powerful weaponry. Berserker rage blooms, battle scars worn by everyone, testaments of survival. Mighty men fall every day, susceptible to poisonous logic that's damning civilization. Warbirds, tactical drones not the answer, laying waste to innocence. Civilian casualty on the uptick. For pointedly precise power plays, pack punches, fates decided with the immediacy of a swift gavel. Lock him away, straitjackets aren't enough to contain turbulent minds, as one-side adjudicators think mental illness a myth. Fare beaters jump turnstiles with reckless abandon. Inflation prices suffocate the impoverished. Vagabonds misplaced in a broken system. Citywide mayors crack down, for berserker rage still blooms in nations, in communities. As kids witness their parents flogged, strife that predates their lifetimes, trivialities enmeshing, therapy sessions on mute. Poet as prophet, poet as ideological disperser, poetry as life's blood, poets as revolutionaries, poets as activists, poets as being held responsible for new ages, the solidification of axioms. Bandages come off, for there are now no wounds. Forge ahead in the fire of your wisdom, for one can be part of the greater kingdom. Iambic pentameter taught in the classroom. Internal battles fought, waged on turfs without Nerf guns, instead slinging puns, more puns, wordplay, exacting, reactive, chemistry set explodes, beakers and test tubes excite experimentation, students, maestros of their own destinies. A no to standardization, a yes to augmentation. A yes to the wildfire of ideas, dovetailing interest, bisecting the heart, its atria, pump, like the dancers who sway in interpretive strut, for King Tut will be resurrected. Beat poets yell from rooftops, while Stafarians with beatboxes cordon off sidewalks that produce palpable parties that hum with electricity, elasticity, step into geometry. Guess, ping pong into one another, forging connection, scent detection, aromas in the air from baked pies drown out the smell of rain-slick city streets. Thumbs up goes the critics, thumbs down goes the audience, the groundswell, ideology asymmetrical. Away with the manifestation of strife, forge ahead in the wildfires of your life. This one is called In Stillness, There's a Flicker. There in the soil lay brilliance. You couldn't quite make it out, but I could feel the ebbs and flows from stasis to productivity. My personal constitution leavens like bread, fermenting with yeast. The ingredients of my success lay in the trenches of epiphany, littered by eureka moments combating entropy. As I enter the hallowed halls of Tutankhamun's kingdom, I can smell the ruins of forged gold that alights my senses. I give thanks to the gods for pulling me out of the primordial waste that threatened to drown and incapacitate me. Personal awareness is the elixir, the antidote to apathy and indecision as I strike the molten core, as the iron cinders. But something's holding me back. I used to be bedraggled and bitter, searching for unearned opportunities like ascending a ladder with a jetpack. A scattered mind doing somersaults in lethargy and lapses of reason. Eyes that never blinked, that lacked genuine clarity. I cannot see the ragweed and mulch of better tomorrows, knees sputtering, popping in unrepentant agony, shrouded in dense darkness, munching on the poisoned, half-rotted apple plucked from a tree no longer growing. You see, I was the bruised welterweight going rounds with Jake LaMotta, lamentations acting as perils of self-injury. As welts fester along my emaciated, bloodied body, you can spot my shattered ribcage, unable to birth any more labored breaths. I'm windless. My stomach churns in pain. My organs jostle. Will someone help me? Left for dead on the side of the well-worn road, a wilted rose dropped from a 4th-story apartment building in Hell's Kitchen now adorns my withered shell. Spirit leaving my vessel as I in between flatline, ascending toward higher constellations. Watch as poets become poems. Spectate as comedians turn jokes outside in. Listen as musicians symphonically stir, riding riffs in between hard-hitting lyrics, softly delivered melodies. Call them entertainers or modern-day troubadours. Anoint them revolutionaries, for their crafts, like finest patchwork, is woven with meticulousness, calling us all to the fore without any forbearance. You cannot simply dismiss us like student loans you'd prefer not to pay. You cannot pierce a soul in need of bearing itself sans bravado. You cannot quell raging tides with empty salutations, false promises, unearned merits. We arrived at temple on a shamanic retreat. Our past livelihoods indicate we may have been members of Shakespeare's Globe Theater. We were dock workers, reciting orally in between double shifts. We were the unannounced ones, like covert messages in bottles, careening in right water waves, bottlenecking at shorelines. Keen observations are one of our many superpowers, covalent bonds, sharing the very best components to serve a brighter, more urgent now. Blades of grass that can sometimes cut into anemic skin don't allow us to bleed out and wither. March on, speakers of mortarless houses, occupiers of vast vestibules. We may not pack stadiums just yet, but we need no artificial amplification for our sentiments to carry globally. Get them to sign on the dotted lines. Get them to commit to palate cleansers and mainstay chart-topping number ones alike with bold steps. Prey becomes conqueror. Kings, queens copulate, producing offspring with equal wingspan. It's in fabrics, in molecules, in DNA substrates, in vials, collected from the scenes of battles, remnants of real avengers. Watch as poets become poems. Spectate as comedians turn jokes outside in. Listen as musicians symphonically stir, riding riffs in between hard-hitting lyrics, softly delivered melodies. Thank you.